Looking to design a workshop your attendees will love? Click the link below. Want to avoid putting your attendees to sleep during your talks or workshops? Click the link below. Wondering how to create audience participation during your talks and workshops? Click the link below the video.
So how many times have you been to a talk or a workshop or retreat session that's just the presenter telling you stuff, where you could have saved time, you could have saved money, and you could have saved effort by just reading the presenter's blog posts or articles or books? Hi, I'm Ida Schessel, and I teach entrepreneurs, I teach holistic practitioners and coaches how to create and lead engaging talks, workshops, and retreat sessions. I do that using audience psychology and adult learning principles. Now I'm just going to pop into the corner of this video so that you can see the slides. Okay, so in this video, you're going to see examples of how 3 people that I worked with turned their prepared telling session, or lecture if you will, into an engaging learning experience. So, example number 1. My student Barbara is an award-winning speaker. She's awesome when it comes to one-way communication. She's entertaining, she's funny, audiences love her. Her expertise is customer service. So she was asked by one of her clients to present a 4-hour customer service workshop to a group of plumbers. She's had a bunch of content because she is an expert after all. She was looking to turn it into an interactive workshop. And she knew, though, that sitting through a 4-hour lecture would not be a favorite thing for these plumbers. So she started off finding out about them by using small group discussion. She wanted to warm them up, have them partner up and discuss questions such as, what does customer service mean to you? What are some good customer service experiences you've had? What are some bad customer service experiences you've had? How did that make you feel? So what she was doing was establishing a baseline by bringing their experience and their opinions into the discussion. And then she could start to share her content after that. So throughout her session, what she did was, after each topic, she stopped. She had the plumbers discuss how they could apply what they had just heard to their customer service in their businesses. And so she pulled it all together at the end by asking them to actually create a plan of action as to how they could regularly and consistently incorporate what they had just learned into their own businesses, and how they could start to improve their own customer service. So that was example 1. Okay, example 2. Jamie, really well trained, very smart nutritionist. The topic of her talk was how to prevent energy slumps throughout the day. Now she too had a lot of information, a real expert definitely in nutrition, but she was afraid of putting everyone to sleep. So Jamie started off with a case study that she felt the audience would really be able to identify with. It was really relatable for them. And when it comes to health and nutrition, that's pretty easy to do. So here's what she said. I'd like you to meet Mike and Carly. They find themselves reaching for their favorite coffee several times a day to give themselves a big boost and to offset their energy slumps. So every day at around 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, they both experience kind of a slump in energy, right? Mike finds himself slowing down and often feels that he needs a nap. And he just can't seem to muster the creativity that he needs for his job. So Carly, she actually can't think clearly either. She's got a job at a tech company, and her mind is often foggy in the afternoon. So typically what they eat is a muffin or a croissant for breakfast, and maybe a turkey sandwich or some pasta for lunch. So that's the example. And Jamie knows her audience. So she was looking to really engage them with this example and give them something impactful. She wanted to really make sure that the learning experience was going to be relatable to them. And she wanted them to be thinking, hey, that's me, she gets me, that's exactly my situation. So Jamie used this case study as the foundation for a whole group discussion. She had a small group in front of her, so she wanted to get them all involved in the discussion. And so she started asking questions that would help the audience analyze the situation. And just like in the previous example that I gave you, she wanted to bring in their experiences, she wanted to bring in their knowledge so that she could really help them. That's always the starting point as to what is it that they already know. So she asked questions like, what's causing the energy drain? Who here in the group has had similar energy slumps? What are the effects of certain foods on energy? What changes could they, meaning Carly and Mike, for example, make in order to improve their energy levels? And so as she and the group discussed each question, she added in her expertise. And as it so happens, she had more than one purpose, because certainly she wanted to inform her group and she wanted to teach them, but she also wanted to lead them towards trying out an energy supplement that she was selling. So at the end of her session, she gave everyone in the room a chance to try a sample. So her purpose actually was twofold: to inform and teach, as well as to sell. All right, last example. Debbie, a financial specialist, and it so happens that she's got further expertise in helping people that are in the process of divorcing. Okay, so she was leading just a short 10-minute talk, but she had a number of really dry slides with things like her expertise and her training and her credentials. She felt that was important, and she was really tempted to start with that. But she also didn't want to risk losing her audience right off the bat. So she decided also to start with stories, people that she had helped, stories about them. And her purpose was to grab the audience's interest, to grab their attention, but also to establish her credibility. Because you see, she was looking for referrals. And because people love hearing stories, they were engaged, she grabbed them right from the get-go. Then after that, she went back to some of the slides with a segue that was, well, in case you're wondering or you're interested in how I'm qualified to do this, to help these people, here's my education, here's the training that I've had. And so, again, because she grabbed their attention right away, they were excited. The audience members were excited. They were interested. Wow, look at what she can do. And so they were both curious and they were willing to hear about her credentials. But imagine if she had started off that way, she would have put them to sleep right away. All right, so those were 3 examples, and I hope these examples of how to go from telling to creating a more engaging learning experience has been helpful for you. So check out my website, idashessel.com, and engagingtalksandworkshops.com. See you in the next video.
For more tips, strategies, and freebies, click the link below.